Let's go!
To preface this entire situation, the PlayStation 3 online store is about to become nothing. It's about to literally go away in July. Your ability to purchase these games on your PlayStation 3 is about to disappear. MVC2 was on PS3, yes, it was. In fact, just looking at the games that I have from right here, damn, every single one of these games. So we're already in the situation where observing the incredible library that is on PlayStation and where it is about to go, already I have a ton of games on here that I personally love the shit out of, and mostly this is going to be focusing on fighting games, but let's just start from the top of this list alone, because all of these are fantastic additions, at least with what I have on here right now. Darkstalkers Resurrection is available on Xbox 360 still. It will continually be available on the Xbox 360 store. However, Darkstalkers Resurrection is not forward compatible in any way to modern generation hardware. This is the best Darkstalkers game that has ever been released. Without a doubt. Has the best online, has the best functionality, only doesn't have the second Darkstalkers game. It doesn't have Darkstalkers Revenge, but it does have Darkstalkers, I believe Darkstalkers 1 and 3? You have to correct me if I'm wrong. It's been quite some time, and I didn't play anything but Vampire Savior, which is Darkstalkers 3. I think it actually has Darkstalkers Revenge and Darkstalkers 3. You all right? Anyway, Darkstalkers Resurrection is fantastic. It's made by Iron Galaxy. They made some of the best ports for Capcom fighting games that ever have existed. We're going to talk about a few other ones that are on here right now. Please go buy this version of the game. Please. Like, if you ever wanted a reason to support Darkstalkers in any way, go buy the PS3 version of it, because it's good. It's really good. So here's the sad one. This game is essentially worth its weight in platinum on this system. The only way you have been able to play Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is if you teleported your ass somehow back to 2014, when this game was removed from the store. So this isn't even a situation of go get Marvel 2. Unfortunately, you can't. Even on Xbox 360, you can't. There's actually no way to get this unless you hack your system or you jailbreak your PS3 and you find a way to get the game functioning again. So sadly, this is actually, if you legit have it, an actual treasure, a rare digital item that exists on this system. The thing is, if you bought Marvel 2 at some point, if you actually purchased Marvel vs. Capcom 2, at some point, you can still get it. You can still make sure it's on your system. That's the reminder I have to give everyone. Make sure it's on here, because who knows what the hell's going to happen with this shit at some point. It has to remain on their store, because if people bought it, they bought it. But I don't know how the hell Sony is going to be approaching their management of games after everything goes down. So I'm pretty sure you're still going to have access to it, but I would not take any friggin' chances. You know what I mean? MK Arcade Collection definitely has some issues. This is one of the only times Mortal Kombat got re-released of its classic titles, MK 1, 2, and 3. And UMK3, sorry, ever. Like, weirdly enough, for some reason, there has never ever been a re-release of these games, like officially. You can buy them on arcade 1-up cabinets and stuff like that, which is really cool. If you actually wanted to play these games on any kind of modern hardware, this is it, man. Which is weird. This came out in, like, I think late 2010s. It might be on PC, right? Yeah, I think it is. Does GOG have it? As a reminder, this is available on other platforms. It was available on Xbox, and it is available on PC in some ways. It's not the best collection, but it's one of the only versions of these games that was officially released. Through and through, this is the best officially released version of Third Strike there is. Not counting the original arcade version of Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. Without a doubt, this is the most feature-rich, most content-rich, most gameplay similar version of Third Strike that has ever been released. Like I said, it's going to be available on Xbox 360 and will continually be available on Xbox 360, but this is an absolute must-have. Not Anniversary Edition. Not at all. Anniversary Edition doesn't come close to how much stuff is in here for Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. You can put music in here from Street Fighter 3 Second Impact. You can add custom colors and DLC colors that were never in the original game. all of the audio of the arcade version was remastered and sounds so much substantially better than emulation, than if you played the game on Fightcade, or if you played the game on the Anniversary Collection that they released. With that being said, by holy mother of God, please go buy Third Strike Online Edition. Once again, it's another Capcom fighting game that never got up-ported. Soul Calibur 2 HD Online. Here's the thing. This is a great game. This is a great game if you cross out the online aspect of it. Online is absolute trash. Some of the worst netcode absolutely ever. I wouldn't say this is a super high priority if you were worried that the system was going to be going offline and you're not going to be able to get this game anymore. If you only have a PlayStation, yes, you should go get it because it's probably the best version of Soul Calibur 2 there is. It's available on Xbox 360 and was up-ported to Xbox One / Xbox One X, whatever, you know? So I've actually played this game on the modern Xbox consoles, even Xbox Series X. So there's not as much a dire like, oh fuck, go get this right now. Not as much, but if you had a PS3 and you wanted to play the game as Spawn and Heihachi, no Link. Link is not in this shit. This is probably one of the better versions you can play. These are a couple of big personal ones for me. House of the Dead 4 and House of the Dead 3. These are the only official console releases of these games, and this is when PlayStation 3 was in its kick to chase down the Wii, and these do have light gun support. You can play House of the Dead 4, which is a great light gun shooter, and House of the Dead 3, which is pretty damn good. You can play both of these with the PlayStation Eye, and they're actually great. Like, House of the Dead 4 is a ridiculously fun game. So this is a big personal one for me. This shit, House of the Dead 3 is on the original Xbox. The original Xbox. This is actually like a 1080p version of House of the Dead 3. It's a super up-resed, you know, very good-looking version of the game. If anyone's a big fan of light gun games, holy shit, please go buy House of the Dead 3 and House of the Dead 4 for your PlayStation 3 right now. Go do it right now. You can try emulating these on PC from the arcade versions, but this works with Space Ice Cream. You can actually point your Space Ice Cream at the PlayStation Eye, and if you mount it to like a gun or something like that, it works. The Move controller, yes, the PlayStation Move controller, aka the Space Ice Cream, that's how you play these games. And they work pretty damn good. There's a little bit of input delay, but they work pretty damn good. This is another sad one because similar to Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Marvel Origins has not been available since 2014. So this is the best version of Marvel superheroes / Marvel vs. Capcom that you can possibly get. I believe they remastered a bit of audio on this as well. So it's technically even better than arcade emulation in many ways and has great, very minimal input delay. Sadly, once again, similar to Marvel 2, unless you have it already downloaded, you know, it's about the best case scenario. You cannot go buy this anymore. Here's one that y'all definitely should be getting, all right? This game is about to go the fuck away. This is the best version of Tekken 5. Easily has some of the best roster and easily has some of the shittiest online. The online for this is trash. It is so bad, but don't worry about that. In terms of actual content, this is an extremely high resolution version of Tekken 5, way more high res than the arcade version was, and it's never been released on anything else but the PlayStation 3. Any chance these will be released on the PS5 store? Hell no. Sony has aggressively said they're not interested in old games. Why would you play old games? Is what their lead, is what some of their executives had said, which is why this shit is going offline. By all means, this is about to disappear forever. It's on PSP, right? It is on PSP, but it's only digitally on PS3. So you need to go do this shit. This is a great game. We come back to this like once a year when Yo Video Games was happening before COVID, and we always have a fucking blast. This is the best version of Tekken 5. I think the only other way, because I only have so much room on my PlayStation, I'm gonna have to go to possibly the PlayStation Store and check on my library. I'm pretty sure NFL Blitz and NBA Jam are available on Xbox, so these aren't completely going away, right? They're not completely going away. Resident Evil Code Veronica X might be on Xbox 360. It's a slightly up-resed version of Code Veronica. Being able to play Maximo, yeah, that's going away. Oh, this is back when we played Galgun You know what? I would love to tell you that, man, you guys need to go buy Galgun Double Piece Bunny Kigurumi. We played this for an anime Saturday, but I do not think that this is necessary purchasing. Right? I do not think that's necessary purchasing. Dead Space Extraction. This is the Dead Space light gun game. From what I remember. We played it very little. Yeah, this is like a rail shooter of Dead Space that you can play with your space ice cream, similar to House of the Dead. It's actually pretty good. I don't think it was on Wii, right? Was this an up-res version of like a Wii game? It might be on Wii, but like the higher resolution version of it, like 720p and up, I'm pretty sure this is the higher quality version of Dead Space Extraction if you ever cared about this game. You can buy Xenogears. Probably a good idea. There's a lot of classic Square and classic PS1 games that are great. Resident Evil Director's Cut. Oh, here's a big one. Yo. This is going to go away. Like, you can't... I don't think you'll be able to buy this anymore, period. Because PS1 classics, you clearly can still play your PlayStation 1 version, right? Your PlayStation 2 version of these games. However, Resident Evil Darkside and Umbrella Chronicles have HD collections. They are the best versions of the game, even though they were released on Wii. They're up-res versions of these games, and you can play them with Space Ice Cream. And we played them quite a few times with Yo Video Games, so I'm pretty sure this didn't get a physical release. In the event, I would highly recommend you check out the store if you're a fan of Resident Evil, because this system had a lot of really good light gun games because it was trying to compete with the Wii at the time. So, it did not have a physical? Well, I wouldn't be surprised. It's got a physical copy in Japan. I see. Tokyo Jungle is going away. I'm pretty sure this only came out on this system. This was a weird game. It's a bizarre, weird game, but I'm pretty sure Tokyo Jungle is locked to PlayStation 3 hardware, PlayStation Digital. Oh, it is confirmed digital only. It's a weird game. You might want to check out a trailer or something like that, but if you ever wondered if a war-torn sort of hellscape Tokyo where Pomeranians form packs and then take on other animals, you might want to check this out. It's a bizarre fucking game, but also kind of interesting. So there's a lot of DLC for PS Saber, right? There's a lot of Saber DLC that's about to go away. Cat, a few other characters. I don't even know who Emmett Graves is. You can buy a physical version of the game still, but any of the extra content that they released for the game is about to go away. You're not going to be able to buy any of that stuff anymore. Saber. Yeah, if you want the HD version of House of the Dead Overkill, was this released on PC? It might have been. This is a great game. It's definitely House of the Dead in name alone, but it's still really good. It's got a very different feel than House of the Dead. Typing of the Dead is the one. Okay, so if you actually wanted to play the best version of House of the Dead Overkill with a light gun, that's PlayStation 3 only. That's all I got on here. I only got so much stuff that was essentially downloaded from myself on the PlayStation Store. But there's so many more things that are actually in the store right now that we might be able to check out. So here's a couple of ones that I wanted to highlight. Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo HD Remix is a wonderful re-release of Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo. If you want to check it out, it is indeed purchasable. You can still get it. It's just that you have to do a little bit of searching. This is a good game. This is the game that Ultra Street Fighter 2 that came out for Switch in 2017 was sort of modeled around. The buy button is actually over here. It's just hidden. It's above overview. There is one very specific racing game that I'm looking for. So this isn't the end of the world, but this is if you ever enjoy racing games, this is a must-have. This game's incredible. It's so friggin' good. Never came out on anything else beyond these systems, but Xbox did get like a backwards compatibility patch for it. This is the kind of shit that Sony doesn't want you to get away with, chat. I'm about to buy Strider 2, The Misadventures of Tronbon, and Cyberbots on PlayStation. It's gonna cost me $17.97. I am going to go check the value of Strider 2, PSX. It's 165 bucks. Let's say it's 150 bucks. This game, Strider 2 is $150. Misadventures of Tronbon, complete in package, is about $600. This second game is $600. Cyberbots goes from anywhere between 50 to 60 bucks. Came out in Japan only. About maybe 80. I'm not even kidding you. I'm buying all these games for $18. This is the reason why this shit going away is... Fuck. Like, this is the reason why this stuff is valuable and is literally going away.